Hey guys, Dan the Craft Beer Man back at it again with a new brew review for you today. So today I have Sai. This is a dry hopped sour Saison from Fuggles and Warlock Craftworks out of Richmond, BC, established 2015. This particular beer is a 5.2 ABV and a 23 IBU. So a little bit about Fuggles and Warlock. Keeping beer weird. Traditional styles with a West Coast flair. Their themes include geek culture, video games, anime, pop culture, and Japanese characters and references also to the 80s. Um, they have a whole slew of great beers. They have IPAs, they have sours, they have saisons, they have pilsners, they have lagers, and oh, just to name a couple of my favorite, the last strawberry wit to the last mango wit, Shiori peach sour, Takara cherry sour. Their super G Rex uh, chocolate coconut stout. Oh man, just a slew of great beers. They have a boysenberry sour, if I'm not mistaken, Saskatoon berry sour, pineapple sour, and just man, their gin and lime pilsner, um, their beam me up espresso. I could go on and on. They just have a slew of great beers, and I am very excited that I live super close to them because I can just whip over to the brewery and pick up some of their great product. Um, all right, so this particular beer is a sour and a saison, which is interesting. So, what are sours? Sours include lambics, Berliner Weisses, Goses, Guzes, Flemish Reds, and Flanders Reds. Oud Bruins as well. Came out of Belgium about 1836. They're soured intentionally using a particular yeast bacteria like Brettanomyces or Lactobacillus or Pedococcus. Um, Usually, this is done during the cooling of the wort or in the barrels. And this takes months to years to mature. Now, saisons are usually gold to light and amber in color, often bottle conditioned. They can be yeasty, high carbonated, have Brett or lactic characteristics, fruity, funky, barnyard funk, leathery or spicy, also referred to sometimes as a farmhouse ale, and also closely related to a bière de garde, beer for keeping. Saison means for the season. This particular beer is Sai. Sai is referencing to sometimes Japanese words have a variety of meanings. Um, Asai, well, we know from martial arts, it's a pronged weapon that's used to disarm rowdy sword wielders in ancient Japan. But Sai actually is a girl's name, and it's also the Japanese word for paint. So that's kind of interesting. So it's a very beautiful bottle, and I find the artwork on most of the bottles is just beautiful. And then, of course, it has the Japanese kanji writing, so that's pretty cool. All right, what else can I say about this particular beer or brewery? The brewer's notes. A delicately tart sour saison, dry hopped with a floral and citrusy Enigma and Ella hops, and finished with a hint of coriander. All right, so this is Psy Dry Hopped Sour Saison from Fuggles and Warlock Craftworks out of Richmond. Let's give it a go. Cheers. Or I should say, kampai. Lovely. Reminds me of sparkling wine or champagne. Very light, very effervescent. Tiny bubbles. Um, it's very floral. It's citrusy, very dry finish. Um, a little bit of malt, tart, sour, sweet, citrusy, floral. And yeah, it does make me think of sparkling wine and champagne because it has just a very dry finish, so it doesn't linger. And yeah, you do. You get that coriander right at the very end, so that's pretty cool. I'm gonna give this a 4 out of 5, or I'm gonna give it a 4.5 out of 5 from me. What would I pair this with? Seafood, shellfish, cheeses, soft to semi-soft cheeses. Dishes with like a little bit of zest, a little bit of spice, and maybe some poultry dishes would be nice with this. Again, you don't want food that's going to completely overpower the beer, nor do you want the beer to overpower the food. You want a nice marriage, a nice balance. So again, this is a dry hopped sour saison from Fuggles and Warlock. They're behind Ironwood Shopping Center in Richmond, just off of Stevenson Highway and 5 Road. I believe they are on um, Horseshoe Way, if I'm not mistaken. But use Untapped, use the government liquor store app. Fuggles and Warlock is all throughout the Lower Mainland, and they're just a fantastic brewery, and I highly recommend them. So now that things are opening up, take a drive, go visit them. But if you do see their beer in your neighborhood, get it and try it. I think you'll be pleasantly surprised. So don't take my word for it. Check it out for yourself. And just remember, guys, keep calm and drink craft beer. Be safe, be smart. All right? Cheers. Have a good night.